Hi, everyone. Welcome to Business is Politics. We're continuing our series on the 8 regulatory powers that the most successful brands use to become commercially successful. We're picking this up today with power number 5, coalition building and sector alignment. Let's define what we mean by this power. And of course, it means forming strategic alliances with industry peers, with associations, often with competitors, and doing so to collectively address challenges that shape your industry. Um, Doing so amplifies your influence. If you're uniting with industry peers, potentially with NGOs and other stakeholders, you get to present a unified stance on regulatory matters, which is bolstering your chance of making it more likely to affect the change that you want to affect. Now, this sounds like standard playbook. Uniting competitors behind a shared industry is something that many organizations do, but it's not as easy as it might look. It involves herding cats, getting competitors to work collaboratively. This can be especially tough in emerging sectors or emerging policy areas, but when it works well, and it can often lead to more balanced regulatory environments that considers the multiple perspectives that your industry can bring to bear. And this is where I think established players often have the upper hand. Large organizations that have the discipline of securing industry alignment get to shape the regulatory conditions with a lot more influence than those who are not willing to collaborate with their competitors. But let's be honest, this requires a stomach for taking on risk. And in my experience, those who lead in creating coalitions often gain the upper hand in shaping their regulatory environment. And you see that in some of the most effective brands on the market. Last week, I used Apple as an example for many of our regulatory powers that we explored. Today, let's use Netflix. And Netflix has participated in, it's even created some of its own industry associations on items and issues that directly intersect with business and politics. So, one of those is, for example, the Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment. Its members include Amazon, NBC Universal, Disney, and others. And it exists to combat piracy and protect content through coordinated legal action and policy advocacy. So, you can see the direct line to the bottom line here, right? Obviously, having pirates who are stealing and ripping off your content, if it means people are turning to that instead of your subscription based service, that's going to cause issues. And so, advocacy, strong advocacy around this ensures that Netflix can protect its bottom line and protect its IP. It's also part of the Streaming Video Alliance, which also includes Comcast, Fox, NBC Universal, and others. And that alliance develops industry wide standards for streaming video, all with an eye to improving quality and reliability. You can see also why this matters from a commercial perspective for Netflix. They want the highest infrastructure available so that when a user is consuming or using their subscription, they're getting access to a quality service. And establishing standards enhances user experiences, it reduces technical barriers, but there are regulatory considerations around these things. And so having a united front with other actors in the industry makes them far more effective. And then the last example that Netflix has is their participation in the Internet Association. That includes companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, and others. And the Internet Association advocates for policies that promote the growth of the internet economy. So that obviously creates a huge advantage for Netflix. You've got them influencing regulations around net neutrality, data protection, and other items that have a direct play and impact on Netflix's business model. So by building coalitions, Netflix amplifies its influence on regulatory matters, shares the burden of advocacy with others, and it gets to shape industry wide policies that align with its interests. And so there we are. That is the power of coalition building. Tomorrow, we'll take on our next power.